We really wanted to create something incredible. When people describe Shazam, they'll tell you that it's like magic. Some people will even tell you they remember the very first time that they used Shazam.
Shazam can identify any song in between 2 to 5 seconds.
Apple is buying the music ID service Shazam for $401 million.
For 6 years from launch in 2002 until the iPhone App Store came out in 2008, for 6 years, Shazam had almost went bankrupt.
Chris, it's such a pleasure to meet you and a privilege to be with you. You've got a product that most of us around the world all are delighted by. I can probably remember the first time we ever used it. I certainly remember the first time I did.
We really were able to achieve this magical thing, but how did we do it? Because we're not geniuses. And the way is the same way that I resolved my situation of struggling with dyslexia. And that is to just think differently. If you question things, you can break them down into basic truths and then build up the possibilities. And that's exactly what we did when we came up with the idea for Shazam. And this is not something that you do naturally. It's actually something that's quite taxing on the brain, which is why our brains are wired not to do this. Our brains are wired to think in a traditional way. Both from creating Shazam and then from later working for 8 years at Google and then 4 years at Dropbox, there was this philosophy of wanting to innovate on everything and every aspect, not just technology. At that time, all you could do was make phone calls and send text messages. And we thought there's got to be something else you can do with these mobile phones. The basic truths were that every mobile phone has a microphone and that music is audible. Those two basic truths led to that breakthrough concept. What if you could identify music using the microphone out of thin air, even with ambient noise? That was the breakthrough, and no one was doing that. We've got to find a way to do it. How can we do it? The first challenge was that it was impossible, because you have to keep in mind that when we were starting Shazam, the iPod had not yet been invented, and iTunes had not yet been invented. All the things that we wanted to do were so many years away. So many years away. We went and we met these people and we said, here's our idea, how do we do it? And they said, there is no way to do that. That's impossible. They said, it's too difficult because of all the noise and the incredible scale of the database of music. We can't do that. Now, I don't know why it was so hard. I mean, it was just artificial intelligence 22 years ago. But we asked this professor, can you please rank the 5 smartest on this list? Where he said, the number 1 rank is a guy named Avery Wang. But there was a problem. Once he joined, he also said it was impossible.
The greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do.
There was one famous venture capitalist I won't name who looked at our demo and said, I don't see why anyone would ever use this. That was a real motivator.
So you never give up?
Yeah, never give up. Persistence. You need creative persistence, because as you hit these barriers, you have to find your way past them. You will face resistance. How are you going to overcome that resistance? Because it's that key insight that will lead to the amazing outcome, the amazing innovation. Find your conviction so that you can stick to that obsession, and then you can defy limits to see it through. The reality is that eliminating friction, I believe, is the secret to success with so many great products and so many great businesses. As you think through the hardest challenges of the products and experiences and problems that you're solving in whatever you're doing, think through how your own emotions can connect you
to getting you to the other side.
So try it tomorrow. Try to build from basic truths by questioning an assumption, questioning the way you normally think, and thinking differently for your own business and how you use technology. Start from zero.